Ahead of Sister Wives Season 19, Episode 19, we covered a sneak peek centering on Coyote Pass. So on Sunday's episode, new developments over the contested parcel of land were not a massive surprise. Coyote Pass was an issue long before Season 19 of the long-running reality TV show debuted in September. And as we noted on Friday, it's almost like a real-life metaphor for where things currently stand with the Brown family. The then-intact Brown family purchased Coyote Pass, a 14-acre parcel of land in Flagstaff, Arizona, for between $800,000 and $850,000 back in 2018. A lot has happened since 2018, and with respect to Sister Wives, the collapse of 3 of Kody's 4 marriages occurred after the land was purchased. Christine Brown walked out in 2021, followed by Janelle Brown and then Meri Brown. Divvying up assets like undeveloped land is no easy feat during a standard divorce, much less 3 consecutive divorces. And while Coyote Pass began as a hopeful foundation for the family's future, now it's just a bitter reminder of what wasn't to be, and, arguably, a means for Kody to retain some level of control over his now ex-wives, Meri and Janelle. Christine cleverly disclaimed her interest in Coyote Pass when she and Kody parted ways, but the fate of the land has been hanging over Meri and Janelle's heads for the entirety of Season 19. We've been meticulously recapping Sister Wives if you've lost track of where things stand. On Friday, we looked at a very brief clip from the upcoming episode, Behold I Come Like a Thief, one during which Patriarch Kody Brown and his remaining wife, Robyn Brown, dejectedly discuss the fate of the land. As they've repeatedly said throughout the season, Janelle and Meri have been in the dark about Coyote Pass, and it's fair to say the legal gray area in which their plural marriage existed has been viewed as something of a boon to Kody in terms of alimony and asset division. As such, watching Kody and Robyn take their sweet time deciding what they and they alone want to do with the parcel feels like a slap in the face to Kody's former wives, both of whom are eager to cut this remaining tie and move on with their lives. Meanwhile, Kody is saying things like this. Kody has a tendency to frame the fate of Coyote Pass as, ultimately, his decision alone, albeit one he's willing to hash out with Robyn. In our recaps, we discussed Janelle's attempt to warn Meri about her stake in Coyote Pass back in Episode 9, Baptism by Fire, and Meri was subsequently assailed by Sister Wives fans for raising the issue to Kody and Robyn. Janelle floated the possibility of involving lawyers, and in Sunday's episode, she and Meri again got into their legal options. Meri thinks she needs a lawyer. At separate junctures in Season 19, hints that Kody might try something underhanded have emerged. Meri claimed Kody told her share was smaller because she only had one child, Leon, and Kody himself admitted on camera that he considered screwing Janelle on whatever ends up happening with Coyote Pass. Another theme threading throughout the season has been Meri's fledgling freedom from Kody, and whether she's truly free of his influence. On Sunday's episode, Meri addressed Coyote Pass and Kody's specific treatment of her in a confessional, and she explained in part. In that segment, Meri conceded she'd previously been reluctant to rock the boat, presumably to keep the peace, but she indicated she doesn't plan to keep her mouth shut any longer. Episode 5 of this season, The Year of Release, addressed Meri's attempts to obtain a spiritual release from her marriage to Kody. All the while, Kody outright refused to participate, giving him leverage over Meri. But Meri obtained the release without Kody's say-so, and it's possible she feared she might ruffle feathers by asking about Coyote Pass before she had her freedom in hand. Meri informed Janelle of her decision over Zoom, and Janelle said in a confessional, "I'm so glad Meri understands it's wise to have a lawyer because we're not family anymore. I mean, this is people now trying to dissolve a business that went bad, basically." To her credit, Janelle also pointed out that one proposed Coyote Pass division was inherently unfair to Meri, and she added, "We all paid for Coyote Pass equally." Meri also recalled being confused by the initial division of Coyote Pass back when the Browns purchased it, and said that Kody had a big issue with the fact she had the temerity to question. Sister Wives fans have watched the ups and downs of Kody Brown's complex polygamous family dynamic. With Kody at the center, his 4 wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, have all had their own unique relationships with him and each other. Among them, Janelle and Meri stand out for their stoic endurance and their deep, albeit often strained, bonds within the family. The Sister Wives series has evolved over time, showcasing not just the everyday challenges of polygamous life, but also the internal turmoil that brewed beneath the surface. Most notably, fans have witnessed the family's ongoing battle with their property in Coyote Pass, an expansive plot of land purchased with the vision of building separate homes for each wife. For years, the land represented the family's grand dream of living in harmony, but the reality has been anything but idyllic. Now, after years of mounting tensions, rumors, and personal struggles, 2 of Kody's wives, Janelle and Meri, are finally taking a bold step forward. Both have decided to lawyer up, making it clear that the fight for Coyote Pass is far from over. What started as a dream of a shared family home has now become a contentious and deeply personal battle. The question on everyone's mind: why are Janelle and Meri deciding to take legal action now? And what does it mean for their futures, both within the Brown family and beyond? The dream of Coyote Pass. When Kody Brown and his 4 wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, first purchased Coyote Pass in Flagstaff, Arizona, the purchase was seen as a major milestone for the family. Kody's vision for the future included building homes for each of his wives on the same property, creating a space where the family could live in close proximity while maintaining their individual households. The plot was not only a symbol of the family's unity, but also represented Kody's dream of growing old with his wives in a close-knit, supportive environment. The land was purchased in 2018, with high hopes of breaking ground soon after. At first, the idea seemed promising. Each wife would have her own space, and the family could continue to live in close proximity while preserving the autonomy of each relationship. The logistics of construction, land ownership, and financing, however, soon became a series of complications. What initially seemed like a shared dream quickly turned into a source of tension as delays mounted and progress on the property stalled. The struggles begin. The plans for Coyote Pass were already complicated by the time the family moved to Flagstaff in 2018, but over the years, things only became more complicated. Kody's vision began to feel more like a distant fantasy as financial strains, zoning issues, and Kody's personal priorities took precedence over the original plan. Janelle, who has always been the pragmatic one, was the first to express frustration with the lack of movement. In season after season, she voiced her concerns about the pace of the project, especially as Kody's energy seemed increasingly focused on Robyn, his most recent and favorite wife. Meanwhile, Meri, who had already experienced the most profound emotional distance from Kody, was left feeling increasingly alienated, not only from her husband, but also from the family vision. Janelle and Meri's feelings of isolation weren't just about the stalled progress on Coyote Pass. For both women, the property began to symbolize much more than a place to build homes. It became a symbol of unfulfilled promises, broken dreams, and mounting frustration. While Kody appeared to prioritize his relationship with Robyn, the other wives were left in limbo, unsure of what their future held within the family structure. For Janelle, a sense of independence had long been a priority. As the years went on, she increasingly became frustrated with Kody's lack of commitment to following through on the Coyote Pass dream. Janelle was known for being self-sufficient and even more so in recent years as she has worked to build her own business and establish her independence. For Meri, the situation was even more dire. Her relationship with Kody had already gone through significant strain after their emotional separation in 2014. As a result, Meri felt emotionally neglected, which led to a more fractured bond with Kody and the family. The legal move, what to lawyer up, has shocked many fans, especially given Janelle and Meri's history of enduring emotional struggles rather than taking legal action. However, the personal and familial tensions have only increased in recent seasons, culminating in this pivotal moment. The tipping point for both Janelle and Meri likely came after Robyn Brown's public separation from Kody in 2021. Robyn's departure marked a significant turning point for the Brown family, both in terms of its dynamics and its future. For years, Robyn had been one of the most vocal advocates for the family's vision, and her decision to leave Kody upended everything. Suddenly, the idea of Coyote seemed even more uncertain as the family dynamic shifted drastically without Robyn's presence. For Janelle, the legal route was likely driven by her frustration with Kody's lack of follow-through and her desire for clarity. While she had supported Kody throughout the years, her patience was running thin. In fact, she had openly discussed how her hopes for Coyote had been dashed time and time again, and how, without clear action, she felt her investment, both emotional and financial, was being squandered. Janelle's decision to lawyer up shows that she's finally ready to take a stand, demanding accountability from Kody, and making it clear that she wants her share of the investment, both in terms of resources and in her relationship with the family. Meri's decision to get a lawyer may stem from her own deep dissatisfaction with her marriage to Kody, which had been deteriorating for years. For Meri, the land represents more than just a piece of property. It's symbolic of everything that went wrong within her marriage. Her emotional distance from Kody, combined with her isolation from the family as a whole, likely makes her feel entitled to her own path forward. Legal action could be Meri's way of reclaiming some of her power after years of feeling invisible. What does this mean for the future? The decision to lawyer up represents a major shift in the Brown family dynamic. For years, the family had been defined by a sense of unity, despite the obvious friction and emotional turmoil among the wives. However, the lack of progress on Coyote, combined with Kody's shifting focus toward Robyn, has fractured that unity. Janelle and Meri's decision to take legal action shows that the family is at a crossroads, one that could lead to a dramatic shift in both the family structure and the future of the property. If the legal battle over Coyote becomes more contentious, it could mark the beginning of the end for the family's vision of polygamy. While Kody has made efforts to continue to maintain his relationships with each wife, his increasingly strained relationships with Janelle and Meri could push him further away from the family as a whole. At the same time, it's unclear how Robyn will react to the legal conflict. She has always been Kody's primary focus, but as tensions rise between the other wives, her own role within the family could become more complicated. For Janelle and Meri, the legal action could also signify the beginning of new lives outside the confines of the polygamous family structure. While both women have been part of the family for decades, it's clear that they are both seeking their own individual paths. Janelle has already begun to establish herself as an independent businesswoman, and Meri, after her tumultuous relationship with Kody, may also be ready to carve out her own identity separate from the family. The legal battle for Coyote may be just one step in a larger process of redefinition for both women. The bigger picture: polygamy and the Brown family's future. The fight over Coyote, while focused on property, is much more than just a real estate dispute. It's emblematic of the larger issues facing the Brown family, particularly in terms of polygamy's long-term sustainability. As the family faces increasing tensions, legal battles, and emotional rifts, it becomes clear that polygamy, as practiced by the Browns, is no longer functioning as it once did. Christine's departure, Janelle and Meri's legal action, and the ongoing struggles between Kody and his wives suggest that the foundation of the family is shifting. The show Sister Wives has always been a window into the complexities of polygamous life, but the current state of the family hints at deeper issues that may be difficult to resolve. Whether or not Janelle and Meri's legal action will result in a resolution over Coyote Pass is uncertain, but it's clear that their fight is part of a larger struggle for personal autonomy, emotional fulfillment, and financial fairness. As fans wait to see how the Coyote Pass drama unfolds, it's evident that Janelle and Meri are no longer willing to stay in the background. They're ready to take action and make sure that their voices and their rights are heard. The future of the Brown family is uncertain, but one thing is clear: the fight for Coyote Pass will shape the next chapter in their journey.